Hello, it's Roger Bisbee here from Skill Builder, and I'm back in my shed now where I'm happiest with another tool test for you. And this time it's a very quick, simple one, so if you've got something on the boil you need to get away to, this won't keep you long. What I'm looking at is some automatic self-adjusting, self-locking pliers, like the mole grips, but with a very important difference. Instead of having that knurled nut at the end that you normally have to adjust to get the jaws to sit where you want them before you clamp, with this one you just have to adjust your clamping pressure so that you don't over clamp, if you like. And then you can simply lock these on with a one-handed operation. That's important, the one-handed aspect, because what we're doing here is allowing you to just grab hold of something even if it's hot. So for a welder, anybody doing soldering like myself, it's very handy to be able to just hold that very quickly and then release it, let it go again with the clamp, and away it goes. So very simple, very easy. If you want to then take something that was 15mm pipe, if we now want to clamp something larger, 22mm pipe, we don't have to adjust anything. The clamping pressure remains the same. So you can see, excuse me, there's a fly flying around in my ear. You can see that it's not squashing the pipe in any way. It's just holding it gently. Even though it's larger, it isn't exerting any more force. And if I take this bit of carbon fibre from my bike forks here, I don't want to squash those, I don't want to do any damage, but you can see that it's had a nice gentle grab on there and just held it firmly. So fully automatic. If we were to do clamp a nut or something, or different size nuts, we weren't sure, we're just not frigging about, we want to get on with it, it'll just clamp it on like that perfectly easily. So all those different sizes will be catered for in the one tool. You can just simply lock it on. If you need a smaller one, there's also a smaller little brother, if you like, here in the pack. You get the two for the price of two. So a nice little set. If you want to increase the pressure, because if you're doing something like gluing two bits together, or you're doing something you really need to hold a bit more firmly, then you increase the pressure simply by winding this little knob out here. It's a left-handed thread, and as you do that, it increases the clamping pressure. So you can see that's taken a bit more, and that's just begun to distort the pipe. And if I carried on with that, winding that knob out, I can actually take that all the way out so that I get as much clamping pressure as I'll ever need. Exactly the same as you would with any pair of mole grips. You can see I've squashed the pipe rather nicely there. So it's not particularly what you're going to do, but you never know. So fully adjustable in terms of the clamping pressure. My only criticism of it would be that little nut and the spring. I've had so many tools like this with these little adjusters on which have got lost, so it would have been nice to see them put some kind of little stop on the end there, maybe just bird it over or something, just to stop that from falling out and losing the spring. I might even make that little adjustment myself to the tool in the near future, because it'd be a good idea, I think. So a little refinement they could make, but otherwise pretty happy with that. I think it's a clever idea. It's all done with that spring there. That spring feels the tension when the jaws meet, and as soon as it feels the tension, it brings the locking mechanism into play. So clever stuff. They deserve a success if they get any success. And if you want to pick this tool up in the UK, you can do it through Tool Bank. So in other words, you go into your merchants, your hardware store, and ask them for it. They'll be able to order it through Tool Bank, and normally that means you'll get it the next day. If you're in America, you probably go to Sears or someone like that. But if you're having trouble finding it, then there's always the wonders of the World Wide Web. So I'm pretty sure we'll probably put a buy button at the end of this where you can pick up these tools. Very simple. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it didn't take too much of your time. I hope you found it interesting. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we'd love to see you back here. We want subscribers, we want viewers. That's what we're all about. It's a very lonely life sitting in this shed talking to nobody, so come back soon and see us.